YouTube, welcome back. It's been a while since I posted, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm just kind of really busy right now. I'm not getting a lot of views. And it's hard to just make time for this. But I just gotta prioritize my own life, like my own school, my job. Just my chores. It's so hard. And I'm not getting a lot of views. This like not a lot of people are watching this. I'm kind of doing it for like my own entertainment. So it's just been it's been hard. And the same things with the blogging. I posted another blog a few weeks ago, but then I thought, there's 100 things I could do. It's just I don't have the time for all this. I got to do what's most important, and there's a lot. That's life in general. So I'm very sorry I wasn't able to upload more videos. But I am actually here because I felt kind of really strongly that I should do this. And it's something I wanted to do, and I have a few minutes to spare. So I wanted to talk about the ending in Money Heist. So this is a spoiler alert for those who haven't watched Money Heist on Netflix. I recommend it. It's awesome TV show, super addicting. Spain televised. I like that and Elite. So I recommend those two shows on Netflix. But I'm here to talk about the ending in the Money Heist and the spoiler alert. And um, I'm mainly talking about the economics behind the ending. And I want to explain kind of why that's kind of flawed. Of course, just because it was flawed, it still was a great ending. It was the suspense kind of made up for the flawed economics behind it. But yeah, I just want to kind of explain like the economics behind that, and like how was it flawed. But hey, nothing beats a great ending. So Okay, so basically the robbers, you had the professor and the robbers, they were robbing the central bank of the Spain in the season 5. So I'm referring to the last episode of season 5. So the and then now you had the people from the government like Tamayo, the colonel, and then so basically what happens is in the end, the professor makes a deal with Tamayo to replace the central bank's gold with fake gold. He claimed that if he it's either you win, everyone wins or everyone loses. That is flawed actually. But the effects of replacing the fake gold with the real gold and then keeping it secret from the public, yes, that wouldn't have short-term economic disastrous effects, but long-term it would. And then I'll talk about the short-term effects. So if they if the public found out that the gold was fake, what they would do is they would well, the stock markets would crash basically. The housing market would crash, and then the economy would go into recession, unemployment. That part they got right. But now they need the reserve. They It's not like, oh, they do need like the reserve in case like the in case like credit in case some people need to file for bankruptcy, or and then it's the FDIC insured. Those are the reserve requirements. So in case like a bank fails, or someone fails to pay back a bank, then that's like insurance on them. So we got that concept down. But here's the thing. Sure, the government could print money, but that's just gonna lead to inflation. Just because they could print money, like society, society consists of a ton of people and a ton of different goods and services. They're so drastic and so big that just because you print money, like um, I mean, not all parties could get special treatment. Like money really doesn't grow out of trees, and the money heist ending kind of made it seem like it. Well, so it's a big pool. So if when the government prints money, like people, the wealth is distributed different ways. So people may have like less less wealth and more wealth. But what happens is inflation happens. So the real value stays the same, but there's a nominal effect that inflates the economy. So that's the downsides of doing the inflation. And the there's the Phillips curve, where the unemployment and relationship or the unemployment and the inflation are inversely related, the but the but the thing is, like, the short term, it's mainly in the long term. In the short run, inflation isn't really good because it eliminates some purchasing power and reduce and makes consumers spend less. So that isn't necessarily a good thing, and it could have like other drastic effects on unemployment. That's one. To be an inflated economy. So that's not. So the purpose of the reserve is just to control the economy, to make sure there isn't like too much inflation. That's a problem there. And then sure, the government could buy bonds, or they could the do the they could take out more loans, but debt is going to increase, and it's not good to have too much debt because that's going to increase the interest rate. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to like go into the a whole like graphs and economics behind this. But you could there's a lot of videos that you can maybe find on the internet that kind of outlines this. So this is known as the crowding out effect. If you just like look it up or something. So basically, with higher interest rates, the investment's going to go down, and the GDP is also going to go down. So basically, that kind of leads to a recession if there's too much borrowing by the government. It's just gonna spark up the interest rates. So those are the problems. Those are the economics, like, fluctuations. And like I said, inflation isn't good because consumers are gonna have less spending, are gonna save more and spend less, which is gonna impact the economy, or which could impact the economy. And then also, like, things may get like too expensive, and then consumers may not have like enough like buying power. So yeah, they'd want to save more. So those are the negative effects of the doing that. And then what are you gonna do if a bank fails? Then you have to do one of those too if you have fake gold, right? And then it's not to say that that will never like be found out. It's a secret that can't be kept in the long run. So that's the flaw behind like the economics behind that. But like I said, it was a great movie. I mean, a great TV show. In the end, the robbers and the federal government come to an agreement. No one gets hurt, and everyone lives happily ever after. But the economics were just flawed. So there is everyone wins or everyone lose. That statement is flawed. So the economy isn't going to be balanced out, and in the long run there's going to be unemployment and recessions, or possibly if that were to happen. So that was the idea, that it was flawed. So yeah, I just thought I'd kind of make a video about that, because I found the whole notion and the whole TV show to be very interesting. Well, thanks for listening.